Craftsman table saws off Craigslist as the famous alignment problem. This one was going out by as much as 30 thousandths, and I couldn't get it figured out or dialed in, so I started messing with it. I know online nobody seems to have a fix. What I discovered, I'll come around here and I'll show you, is that when I had everything in place and was turning the knob in and out, this piece here is actually shifting left and right. What I've done is rebuilt all this bracket, which was that cheesy sheet metal shield that was on there, and that's a whole lot stiffer, and I may even do some more work on that. I don't think I'm going to need to, we'll see. But I noticed all the cabinet saws had a bracket that went around here, which made this thing much easier to keep in alignment. So what I've done is take this piece of angle iron right here, which is, I think it's like 3x3, pretty heavy duty stuff, cut me off a piece, and basically taken and notched it out, as you can see there, so that it fits, and then this fits right up into here. Now I'm going to bolt this in just like this, and get some bolts. I've already got one drilled there. I'm going to get another one down there and another one there, and bolt it all together tight, so hopefully it'll keep these in a line to keep this from twisting left and right. Once I get everything together, I'll do another little video and see if it works. If it does, and any of you guys don't mind messing with a little bit of metal, it's about a half a day in the shop, and to build this piece here, this would be more, but I don't know if this would necessarily need to be done if this right here works, because this really didn't stiffen it too much. I noticed it was twisting about right here was the twist point. But again, it's the Craftsman, I think Rigid also has one like this, and it was either Grizzly or DeWalt, one of them also put it out, and nobody seems to be able to find a fix for it. I'll let you guys know how it turned out here in a bit. Okay, here's everything put together. Working at it a little bit, and the clearance is just perfect. Welding everything up, come in, added this right in here. So to give it two supports on this bearing side to side, now to keep that from wobbling back and forth. But overall, if I can hold this and kind of turn it a little bit, too close to being a saw here in a little bit. Right there you can see that there's no back and forth like it had before. Of course, before I know I didn't videotape it, but there's other videos out there y'all can see that on. And this thing was going out like 30-35 thousandths just when you reverse direction. Extremely noticeable. So we'll get it all put together, put the mic on it, and see what we got. Probably cut them bolts off and cut off the bolts and get it all smoothed up so that it looks nice and good. Okay, got everything back together on this saw. Got a gauge on it. Still don't think it's right, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. But it is a whole lot closer than what it was before. As you can see, it's all set up, and if I take this and I start to go up, I'm getting on the upstroke right around 5 thousandths. I'll keep going on up like that. 5, 6. That it's definitely not jumping 30 thousandths like it was doing now that I have the brace in place like it should be. So we're going on up, and if I just come right back off a little bit, I'm within 2.5 thousandths, but we'll keep on going up to show you where we're at. Taking a little bit of time because it's stiff, which I'll show you in just a minute why, or what my thinking is on it. But we'll come all the way up to the top. As it comes on up. Just hit, and then we back off just slightly. So from extreme low all the way to the top, we're these are about 4 thousandths out right there. Much better than what it was doing at about 30 thousandths. So having that brace around here, actually right around here is where that piece is on the trunnion, and it basically just comes around and sets up right from here to here. So that right there is what was twisting back and forth, but now that we have it braced all the way around, it's not twisting near as badly. The problem I'm having now is that I can't get it in line with my miter gauge. This right here is about 10 thousandths in, and I don't seem to have much adjustment. So I think that when this right here all bolted twisted together, it's got this plane and this plane on my trunnion guides are actually out just a little bit like that, and it's causing it to bind. So what I'm going to do is loosen these two bolts here, probably end up replacing them for some longer ones, and actually get some spacers in there. And what I'm talking about is right up in here. This is where it's bolted in at. I'm going to get some spacers between there and the trunnion to try and unbind this trunnion right here so that these right here will line up and I can get some adjustment back in it. I think with a few spacers there, that's going to get my problem fixed. Let me get that done and we'll see what happens. Got my spacer put in, down up in here. That got that out of a bind, which makes it go up and down much easier. And I've been working on getting it set up and tuned. And so now if I come up here and around, I got my black mark somewhere on this blade right there. And I set this to 0. I'll make sure all that's consistent. Right there, just kind of show you that that right there is dead on 0 right there. Then come over here and come on front to rear, and you'll see once again dead on 0 in line with the fence front to rear, within 1 thou of tolerance. Now for the important one, we come back over in here somewhere. Let's see if I can get a real good view here of this so that y'all can see it, because this is the one where Craftsman and Rigid and all keeps having these issues with this thing. Or I don't know if they solved it yet or not. I haven't found anything on the internet. There we go, that ought to get it. So we'll come over here. We'll get this set on 0. Let's see, I think I'm up now. Okay, yeah, so come down. Alright, so we're going to go right there. And then we're going to start on our way down. I'll show you that this thing has very little twist in it with the new brace put in place. whole lot easier to twist since I got that trunnion out of a bind. Almost down as far as we can check it on this blade anyway. As you can see, I'm right about 3/1000ths right there. 3/4,000ths, 4.5. Alright, let's start back up. See if I can go a little bit faster here. Just to show you how much easier it is to twist, because that's where it's an issue. All the way up till it hits a stop, and then we'll back off a little bit. And right there on 1/1000th. So, inline front to rear, inline up and down is exactly where it should be. So now I'm going to put it all together and see how it cuts. Perfectly smooth, and that's with a cheap blade, the cheapest thing they sell at Lowe's, right there. So definitely can't get no smoother than that. Alright, so there's your fix. It's not exactly an easy one, but it'll sure work a whole lot better than throwing the saw out. Hope y'all enjoyed.